Hello, everyone. Welcome to Die Party Blood Dews, week number 8. We have so much going on today. So much. We have a new player. We have all our old players. We have combat at the very start because that's where we left off. I'm so fucking excited. Let me just go around and introduce everyone. First up, we have Wreckage, who will be playing Roland today.
Hello.
We have Jacob coming back as Engelard.
Yo.
We have myself playing Walzer, and also half the brain of Pike. The other half of the brain will be played by our lovely GM, Graham, who will not say anything, because that's how he rolls. Yep. Very good. Awesome. And last but not least, we have our new player, Brian, who's really not a new player. I mean, you were one of the first people to jump on the Die Party bandwagon back in the day when we were running Demon Hunt. And
yeah, back in the day, about, 8 months ago?
Yeah, it's been a long time. In streaming age, I'm like 25 years old now.
We have, flying cars
on
now.
Our belt. It was the style at the time.
That was the style at the time.
Yeah, it was a thing that I didn't know would work, and Brian was gracious enough to jump in and help me test it out. But he's back now, and I'm fucking welcoming him with open arms. So he'll be playing a character not announced yet. So when we find him in the world, hopefully by this thing. So yeah. Graham, what happened last week?
It's a good question, because it's been a week since then.
It has been a week since then.
It's the 8th day of your mission. 20-day mission to discover who stole the Dwarven Gold. Your mission. That was hijacked from an underground tunnel near the keep on the Borderlands, which is where you are now, or at least in the vicinity of.
Yeah.
Dave, why don't you tell us what you did last time, and then I'll have Jacob and Spencer tell them what they did last time.
Okay, so Walzer finished off the last of his, I guess, initiative trials or whatever, and it was to retrieve a skull from a spider's nest, which he managed to do quite easily. It was almost like nothing happened. He did lose his booties, though. He was a little upset about that. But he got new booties on his return because everyone was happy with him. This is terrible. So he then was branded a part of the Bandit family. I don't know if they have an actual name for themselves, but we're calling them the X-Men because that's what the brand looks like.
Registered trademark.
Yeah, registered trademark, yeah. Something we came up with is pretty cool. Xavier, in his wheelchair, had a duel with me because he originally assigned me to work the camp, I guess, because of my blacksmithing. I assume that's the reason, and because I have a broken arm. And
you built a steam teepee.
I did build. I did build a steam teepee because it was raining. Yeah, that's right, and I wanted to be useful. So I built that, and I met up with, a Book, I believe his name is.
Yeah, that's what they call him.
I'm going to have to open that sheet.
His name is heretofore unknown. His actual name.
Bandit Camp Social, there we go.
People call him Book.
Yeah, and so I met him, and then the group, the bandits was going to go off to do a little bit of raiding, and I'm like, yo, let me come with you. And he's like, nah, man, you're in the camp. And I'm like, oh, how about you trust me a little bit, and then I'll go with you. And to prove myself to him, we had a duel. And it was a series of rolls that I came maybe slightly on top of. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I can't remember that much. But it was enough to convince Figs
he was useful.
That I was useful in combat still, which is true. I am extremely useful in combat still, even with a broken arm. So we started leaving for an expedition. It started snowing. And then we got attacked by the end of the session last week, and I believe that's where we're going to be picking off now. So,
Jacob.
All right, so
Why don't you and Spencer work together to tell us what happened?
Oh, all right. Basically last week, a letter came in from Thistleworld, just basically saying shit is fucked. We found a traitor in our midst. He sent the letter basically warning us about what had happened, and that backup would be on the way soon. We don't know where Thistleworld is currently, unfortunately, but I then decided basically, since it was pouring rain, unfortunately, instead of doing my original plan of hiring a bunch of mercenaries to go basically kill lizardmen or something, I hired one mercenary to spy on the local, I guess the beach cresting priest. Fuck. How do I remember that?
Leoland.
Yes, Leoland. I hired him to spy on Leoland, and then me and Roland went out to I guess explore for more entrances to the supposed caves of chaos.
And we found a hermit's cave. And we knew it was a hermit's cave because a hermit came back to it while we were inside of it. And we also found a pet cougar panther. Cougar.
Yeah, that's it.
That you murdered.
That attacked me first and was not backing down. So I wasn't just going to sit there and die because I'm not an idiot.
Well, I mean, Roland's might be an idiot.
So blew up the cat, and he was really sad, but he also forgot about it almost immediately. So we discovered that his total inability to speak, reason, or relate to emotions beyond that of a toddler was most likely the result of a magical mirror that we found underneath a pile of leaves in his hovel.
Hovels are good.
Which we used hand painting, finger painting in the dirt to communicate with him, and we abscond with him and his mirror through the wilderness. Originally, he led us to a altar that repaired my armor. Super useful.
A healing spring, as it were.
An item healing spring, yes. And after that, we managed to convince him to come back with us to the keep.
You carried him.
Well, yes.
Piggyback ride.
We managed to convince him that piggyback rides were fun wherever they end up.
Yeah.
Strange as the candy. We got him a bed in the
Church of Alzeus, God of the Sun.
God of the Sun. Those guys are Charitus, and as we shortly discovered, after I tried to destroy the mirror, which I could not do because it is too powerful, and I didn't have Dragon's Fire or Lava lying around, so I've added them to my shopping list. I showed it to Leoland, whose demeanor changed abruptly. He decided to he convinced us to take it because he could do something with it. And then Jacobs...
before that, we found like a little healing flower thingy at the spring, and I delivered it back to Leoland because he asked me a couple of days beforehand to get
Narcotic flower, not healing. He's just an addict.
It's your theory.
Well, he did say that your spy, who we spoke with later, discussed how in his throes of withdrawal, he cursed someone's name for getting him addicted to Star Blossoms.
It could... I don't know. It could just be regular addiction. It could be something else. I don't know. But anyways, that's not important. Basically, without this thing, he ends up being basically paralyzed from the neck down. But with it, it
kind of looked like to me.
I mean, he couldn't move.
He suffers from extreme withdrawal.
Yeah,
spasms, irritability,
IBS.
But basically...
This is all a large tangent to the main point of
we gave him the mirror.
That he has the mirror, and Jacob's useful spy
saw
him using the mirror to communicate with some other entity.
And we don't know who that is yet.
But we've set up a plan.
Or what language they were speaking.
With Captain Sinat to catch him in the act and try and figure out who's on the other end of that mirror.
Yep. It's also worth pointing out, because I forgot to mention it, basically the bandits know where Caves of Chaos is. That's pretty much clear. It's they do a trade route with, I guess, meta beasts. I don't know what you'd call them in your world, Graham, but that's where they that's why they're doing banditry, in order to trade whatever they find for. I'm not entirely sure what they were getting out of that. That was unclear to me. I don't know if that was mentioned.
It is unclear to you.
Yeah. And hopefully one day I'll actually learn of the location by maybe even helping them transport some of the goods there, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The theme song ends, and we fade up to a very peaceful forest. It's snow on the ground, winter-ish. It's very peaceful and quiet. And then an orc fighting a bandit, moves into the screen.
Yeah, comes into scene. Yeah.
Comes into focus, and then there's a big fight going on. And Walzer, why don't you go and roll initiative?
Okay. Initiative. That's just a tweet. Yeah. We played Hex, and I'm like, what is my initiative? And I'm looking at my sheet, and I'm like, wow, that's terrible. Wait, did I roll that properly? I don't think I did.
No, you
just said rolling 20.
That's better. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, plus 5. So
12.
So 12, yeah.
Still good.
Yeah.
I'm splitting up the other combatants into melee and archer.
Sure.
For either side.
Yeah, remember I did say yesterday that I was going to sneak out around the back and try to get the archers, so...
Oh, no. I know you did.
Yeah.
The first thing that happens is the orcs with melee weapons will attack, and there are 5 of them, and the 2 archers, right?
From what we've counted, yeah. And how many people are in our marching group?
10.
Well, I'm pretty confident of leaving them to deal with some orcs.
Okay,
yeah.
That's fine. Let's see. Let me get some dice. That's probably should have been something I've already done. Okay. Uh-oh, that looks bad. You hear there's clanging and some shouting in Orcish and some shouting in human from the bandits. If you recall, one of your archers, Nicholas, was tagged in the shoulder. That's the first thing that happened.
Yeah.
It's at this stage that archer, Nicholas, has been closed upon by one of the orcs and stabbed. Very brutally through the gut with an orcish blade.
Yeah.
And Nicholas falls, dying or bleeding out, as it were. Then there's some more parrying, clanging, and clanging from swords on sword action from behind you as you move through the trees. Walzer, what are you doing? You think you can get to the archer in one movement, but closing with an archer, maybe not the best move. Running straight at a ranged.
So if it's a forest, I'm going to be darting between the trees to make to make the distance up if I can.
See that?
The idea being here that I don't want to give him an opportunity. I don't want to be out in the open for too long.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'll be doing. And let me just check if I've got a stunt.
In that case, if you're stopping to take cover, it's going to take 2 movements.
Well, I wouldn't say cover. I mean more like sort of zigzagging between the trees or whatever,
Right. Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess you could call that cover. I guess.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you want to go for the arrow came from either direction. Do you want to go right or left?
Well, I said the closest one, the first one that shot, and you said it was right last time.
That was right. That is right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're darting in through the trees. You got your lucerne hammer in one hand, kind of awkwardly being held.
Yeah.
Okay. And you close with the archer, who is surprised to see you as you kind of appear, supposedly, out from behind a tree.
Mm-hmm.
And do what?
I make some tea and we sit down and we have a good laugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Next turn.
He shoots you in the face. No, I guess I'll well, what is he wearing? Like, does he look well armored? Like, what am I dealing with here?
Leather. I mean, handmade. I mean.
Okay.
All of these orcs have red paint on their face in line, like red stripes down
so
their face.
This is an orc, not a human. Okay.
These are orcs. Yeah.
Okay. So these are the red painted guys. So they might be similar to Loyal's Signet. Whatever.
No. If you recall, Loyal had his face paint was half black, half white, like Two-Face.
Oh. Okay. Is it the same hand paint that was on the goblins, by chance?
Nope. No.
Okay, good. Well, I'm just gonna hit him. Actually, no. If I'm sprinting, Graham.
Yeah.
Can I run him through with my spear, with the spear part of the lucerne?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Same roll and everything.
Yeah. So what did we decide? It was
But
it was 14 normally, but then I had
Minus
offhand,
8.
so 8, right?
Well, it's 4 for the offhand, and then 4 for. I'm gonna say 4 because it's a two-handed weapon, so minus 8 altogether.
Okay. All right.
So plus 6, I guess.
Yeah. 16.
16 will miss his armor class by 1.
Okay.
17. Okay. Yep. You try to run him through awkwardly, but you don't have a good enough grip. You run into him, but he kind of right just in his nick of time, he grabs onto it and holds it from running him through.
Sure.
Meanwhile, there's some other fighting from behind you. I'll just roll those right quick, see how it comes up. You're not over there, so you're not seeing what's going on.
That's fine. I wouldn't expect that.
Sure. Okay. No problem. The orc archers will go. This orc archer that you've engaged with will draw a knife that's in his belt.
So he's dropping his bow then?
No. As a matter of fact, he's going to take his bow into his left hand and draw a knife with his right hand.
Okay.
And attempt to stab you with it. Yeah. Your armor class is what now? 21?
21, yeah.
He'll miss by 1. That's unfortunate for him, but that's the way it goes. You hear another twang of a bowstring and an arrow hitting the trunk of a tree behind you.
Really? They're focusing on me? Okay.
No, just around you in a relative sense.
Okay.
There's fighting all around you. You're kind of off the side, behind you, whatever.
Sure.
Okay. Melee orcs.
Yeah. So he's let. Okay, you're rolling for them. Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. I'm just kind of writing down their roll so I can look at it later and see how it went.
Okay.
Just taking note of any crits like Nicholas, who got stabbed through the gut.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's go to the bandit archers.
Yes.
I missed them. Okay. They're actually all the bandit archers have theoretically moved away from the melee combat in order to shoot.
Makes sense.
Yep. You hear some sort of orcish curse word from behind you, and like the squishy sound of an arrow in the flesh. Yep. Walzer, what do you do?
All right, so he's obviously let go of my lucerne now, and
he's more like put his hand on it to stop it, and then.
All right, yeah, sure. And I get 2 attacks this turn, so I'm going to I'm just gonna attack twice, I guess.
Okay.
18 is a hit.
Yeah, 1 damage.
17 is a hit.
Yep. So 1 damage and 0 damage. You hit him a little bit. There's not much power behind those swings, though. He laughs to himself and laughs at you, and
okay.
doesn't see you as much of a threat after all.
Or you wait until next turn.
Okay, yep. You hear like the rending of flesh as and an orc yelp, as presumably one orc is killed behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was orc. The orc archer that you've been fighting will. Yeah, he's gonna try to call a shot, stab you in the face.
Face stab? Okay.
Yeah. You're able to move your head out of the way very dexterously.
Sure.
Not today, sir.
So, Orkington.
Some twangs of bowstrings. Oh, uh-oh. You hear, so there was 2 archers. All of the scouts have bows, but Nicholas was one of them, and that didn't go so well. And then Sirion also has a bow, and you hear him curse as his bow string breaks.
Man, they need to take better care of their shit. Know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, critical ones do that to people, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, melee orcs are still fighting, even though one of them's dead. It's like 1 versus 1 now, both dead.
Okay.
Okay, uh-oh, that looks bad. We'll obviously go through how the state of the bandits look after break top with this guy. Okay, Balzer, what do you do?
I'm going to drop Lucerne.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab the guy by the throat and sort of, I don't know what you'd call it, but like sweep the leg behind and push him down onto his back.
Okay, that's just going to be a wrestling. That's going to be opposed attack rolls.
Okay. So +8 for the one-handed. Wait, what?
Well, no, this is not. You're not taking any penalties if you're. Well, you're just taking the offhand penalties, so just -4.
Okay.
Because you can't use your right arm. It's going to be the left arm.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why it's +8 instead of +6.
Now this is going to be +10.
+10. Ooh. All right.
So it's. Oh wait, what did I say? Well, why is it? Hold on.
You said offhand. You said negative because it's offhand.
5.
Yeah. I just remember punching being.
What did you say? I was wrong. What did you say?
I remember punching being +8.
+8. Then yeah, +8. Right.
Yeah. Okay. 22.
Yep. He only rolled 16. Okay, you've now grappled him, and so the way grappling works, on your next turn, you'll be able to do what you want with him.
All right. So if I've got him around the throat, I'm just gonna keep squeezing.
Sure.
He can do whatever he needs in that time.
Well, in a wrestling situation, this turn was spent getting the grab and maintaining the grab. Okay. Sure. All right, bandit melee. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh, you hear another orc get stabbed through the belly. Whatever that sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
You hear some orc shouting. You hear a loud whistle, maybe from the trees. The archer kind of tries to look in that direction. And then the orc archer will attempt to break the grapple, obviously, on his turn.
Sure.
Same roll.
Do I roll again?
Yeah, he rolls 18.
22.
All right. Yep. You've maintained the grapple. Okay. 18. The bandit archers. Okay, another critical one. The bow breaks in half, I guess.
Man, these guys really need to maintain their shit.
It's this other green dice that's not working too well. Orc melees. It looks to you. You see orc bodies moving through the trees in retreat. And Walzer, what do you do? Okay, you want to make that?
Yeah, I want to sweep the back of his leg and push him to the ground.
Okay. Same roll. One more roll.
20.
All right. Yeah, you do so.
Yep.
Hold him to the ground.
Well, what I want to do is I want to knee drop him on the chest.
Okay, you can do that.
Break his ribs. Or attempt to, at least, anyway.
We'll see. Make that So the 20 was to maintain the grapple or to perform the maneuver.
Yep.
Go and make the same roll as an attack roll this time. See what kind of damage we're looking at then.
18.
18. Okay. Yeah. You landed in his stomach with your knee.
Yeah.
Didn't break anything.
Yeah.
Okay. It appears the bandits are in pursuit. You know, moving past your front view.
Okay.
An orc archer, or the other orc archer that you're not on top of, an arrow fires past the bandits, missing them. This archer will attempt to, you know, he like puts his hand in your face trying to knock you off because you're killing him.
Sounds reasonable.
Right.
So,
same roll.
Opposed. Yep.
He rolls critical 1.
I roll a 21. So.
Okay. Yeah. Do you wanna if you Okay, yeah, now you broke a rib.
Alright, cool. Yeah. Just like sort of like when he breathed out, I just like pushed myself down further, you know, and
no, you acted like you were gonna stand up, like he put his hand in your face and you started to stand up and then you just fell back again.
Yeah.
Just to make it worse.
Yeah. And if I can, at that point, I'm going to then just choke him out. Just like put my thumb like in his like both my thumbs inside of his like I don't know what you call it, like his
I know what you mean. Make a muscle check.
Muscle check, alright. It's a 19 though.
Beautiful.
Good job.
A critical 1 always fails. No, instead you try to move your finger to crush his windpipe, but instead he slaps you off of him.
Okay.
And he rolls out of the way.
Okay.
Or he rolls to his left.
Okay.
Some other fighting up ahead. Let's just skip all that. There's some pursuit happening, but the bandits will eventually break pursuit.
Sure.
What do you do?
Can I like curb stomp this guy?
Try.
Okay.
Melee attack. Same.
22.
22. Let's see.
Because he's still on the ground, right? So.
He is. So yeah, actually that's actually 4 better than you get a +4.
Okay.
So you have 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to curb stomp him. You were still rolling out of the way though. You catch him in the leg though with 6 damage though, or with 8 damage though. That's still pretty rude.
Break his kneecap, basically.
Yeah, actually you did break his kneecap, exactly. Shattered his kneecap, more like it.
Yeah.
He cries in pain, and then he will attempt to crawl away at that point. You know, kind of has his knife out still, trying to trying to very feebly trying to attack you. What do you do?
So, if I can, I want to grab his wrist, his arm wrist, his dagger wrist, and I want to sort of make him drop the knife. And then if I can, I want to pick him up and sort of like by the I don't know how you describe it, but I want to grab him by the scruff of his collar, whatever, and I want to sort of like grab his, and I want to sort of like drag him or like sort of do like a hammer toss, but with him into a tree, if at all possible.
Okay. Well, do you want to do that, or do you want to make him drop the knife? You can only do one.
I'll do the hammer toss.
You only have one arm. If you have 2 arms.
I'll do the hammer toss. Yeah.
Okay. Just give me a first attack roll, then muscle check.
17.
Good enough.
20.
Okay. Yeah, you throw him into a tree. You do you do the one hand and then spin.
Yeah, sort of toss him around my back and head first in a tree or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You very handily knock him out.
Yeah.
Then what do you do?
I'm gonna go pick up my lucerne and put it under my underarm, and I want to drag this unconscious archer out to the bandits, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Next to Nicholas's bleeding corpse.
Is he dead?
He's not moving or lucid in any way.
Well, then I'll give him a pulse check or something like that.
There's a gash through his belly. You can smell that it went through to his gut.
Okay. If he's still alive, maybe I'll put him out of his misery or something, but...
Blood is coming out of his mouth. If you touch him, his eyes will open very quickly and he'll begin to cough. Night blood comes out of his mouth.
And I say to him, do you have any final words?
What are some dramatic, very sad final words? I don't know. He coughs again. He begins to sob.
Do you want me to end it?
And he looks very afraid and like shakes his head back and forth.
Like, as in yes or no?
As in no.
Okay. I'll do what I can, but I can't promise much. And then I'll try and stop the bleeding, I guess. Like I don't know. Like it's so hard to do medieval like medicine here, but like you can't cauterize the inside of someone's wound. Like that's just not possible.
He will die, Walzer.
Yeah. Okay. But I want to look like I'm doing something to save him.
Okay.
Yeah. So if they come back, I'm just like got my elbow up to my elbows in his guts, you know, just trying to save a man or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Continuing the tradition of putting your hands in things where they don't belong.
Well, I just sort of like maybe like I've got like a shirt or like a piece of cloth or maybe a piece of the orc shirt or something like that if there's any around, and I'm sort of like trying to stop the bleeding or that sort of shit.
He dies.
Okay, but I want it to look like I'm doing that. Okay, yeah, cool.
Done, but he is dead now.
All right, so
the rest of the bandits come back. Figs, Buster, the other three archers, one of them who Sirion has busted, Bo, and then the other four day guards with their swords and their maces and what have you. They come back and they see this. They saw Nicholas get skewered. They see the orc corpse, or not corpse, but the unconscious orc that you brought back with you.
Yeah.
And they say, Figs comes to you and he looks at Nicholas and he looks at you and there's nothing you could have done.
Oh, I tried.
Unfortunately, that's the way of things, I suppose. It's the way we all want to go someday.
He didn't look like he wanted to go.
Well, neither of us want to go, but it's better to die fighting than choking on your own saliva.
I think he did a little of both, unfortunately.
Okay. Let's cut to keep on the borderlands. Roland.
Hi.
Still the same day 8.
Yeah, hi. Okay, day 8. I believe that...
Actually, before we get to you, I have something else to do.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, I don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm going to do that.
I'm so confused.
I know.
You're sending us mixed messages.
I know. You just had your meeting with Captain Sinat.
Uh-huh.
He's down with a plan. He's trying to go talk to Solomon about having the support of his people and getting some sort of conviction in the works.
I believe we discussed telling Solomon at the very last possible minute because we didn't trust him.
He's not doing it.
Oh, well. All right, then. He hasn't been very cooperative with our plans in the past, so he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Sure.
I believe there's actually, on this same day, for me, there's actually nothing left to do because we're actually waiting. No, actually, after I talked to Sinat, I went straight over to the Temple of the Sun, right? And I told them all about what was going on so they could hide our hermit guy from Leland.
Yes.
And I think there's nothing left for me. I believe what I did was then go to bed because there was nothing left for me to do. We have to wait for our moment to strike on Leland.
Oh, yes, you were very tired, correct?
Yeah, I went to bed, and then Jacob went out and faked looking for the hermit for a while.
Okay.
Who?
Yeah. You do that for a while?
England.
Right. Engelard, do you need to do anything else?
Nope, just kind of stayed out for like I don't know, a few hours till it was basically nearly dark. It was very cold.
Out in the woods?
It was very cold. Yeah, pretty much. And by the time I would come back, I would try to make it look like I've been diving in the snow for a while. Probably like diving in the snow a few times.
Okay, yeah, just maybe, you get some dirt and put on your face.
Looked very annoyed.
Okay. The time passes uneventfully for you, and eventually night falls, and you get in before the as the mercenaries start to come back, you kind of come back too, right?
Yep.
Okay. What about your spy Abbas?
I mean,
What's he supposed to be doing?
He kind of just left us, and we didn't talk to him, so I presume he probably just went back to the guild house.
Yeah, he did. Okay. So tomorrow is the plan will be implemented, is the idea?
Yep.
Okay. That's fine. Let's cut back to Walzer then.
Hello.
Walzer, they decide to take Nicholas's body, and 3 of the men take the body back to the camp, and they the rest of you guys will move on.
Okay. So we're down 4 people now.
Yes. Figs, you have Figs, Buster, you. Sirion, who has a busted bow, can't use it.
Did what's his face bow break? Why didn't he take his?
No, I'm getting there.
Okay.
He's restrung it, essentially, is what I was going to get to.
Okay.
And then you've got the other 4 melee guys.
Mm-hmm.
That seems right. It would appear that one of our melee fighters, Mikhail, has taken a nasty gash across his shoulder, but he'll be fine.
I'll tend to it if I can with whatever.
Okay, make a healing check.
Yeah. Healing. Intelligence, I assume?
It's plus 12 on my paper.
Yeah. 20.
Okay. Yeah, good enough. You're able to, dress the wound, and, Sirion thanks you graciously, and you move on.
Yeah. Not much more needs to be said than that. So.
The rest of the day passes uneventfully.
Did we find any tracks of the orcs? Which direction?
Well, actually, yeah. What happens? What do you do with the orc that you got with you?
Well, I asked Figs, what does he want done with this one? He's still alive. He's just unconscious.
He says, kill it and tie it to a tree. Warning.
Okay, so I do that. I get the guys to help me string it up, and then I guess we put a blade through his neck, like a dagger, or his dagger. We just hammer the dagger through his neck and just leave it there.
Okay.
Yeah, does that sound about right? Yeah, that's pretty decent, I guess. Yeah. And
the rest of the day passes. Figs and Buster have a very heated discussion through the rest of the day.
Okay.
While you're presumably in the back with the rest of the guys.
Okay.
The rest of the men appear rather unfazed by Nicholas's death. It's kind of the order of things, apparently. They've seen a lot of death.
Am I able to get a chance to talk to Balfar? Balar?
Balar,
yeah.
The dwarf?
Yeah, because remember at the end of the last session I sort of made known that I want to talk to him? Just to meet him?
Sure. Yeah. Whenever you make camp, Balar is there.
Okay. I'll go approach him.
He appears that he has a scar across one eye, like a badass.
It's a powerful wound you got there.
It's a long story. And he laughs.
Yeah, I've got a few of my own. You don't need to go into much detail. I can basically assume what happened.
That, and he points to your arm.
Yes. I can thank some of your kind for this one.
No.
Yeah. A goblin priest put a charm spell on me, and needless to say, I didn't come out too cleanly on the other end.
Magic. Bah! And he bits on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you. Yeah, I'm Walzer, by the way. I don't think we've had the pleasure of meeting.
Balar, I've been observing you, your trials.
No.
You're quite impressive, even with a broken arm. I'd hate to get on your bad side when your arm's healed.
Don't worry, not a lot of people get on my bad side. I'm pretty friendly. I say as I, like, sort of wash my hands of blood in the snow or something like that.
He hands you a flask.
Alright, I drink from it without investigating what it is, I guess.
It's fairly strong alcohol of some sort.
That warms the belly.
That's what it's for.
Yeah. How long have you been with this group?
Oh, not long.
Seems like everyone hasn't been here very long. You guys lose many men all the time?
Seems that way, and more all the time.
Yeah, well, here's to everyone else's good health, and I say as I take another swig of his flask and hand it back to him.
Okay.
And you know, for a guy that doesn't really hang out too much with the main group, what do you normally do for the bandit company? Searching for a word there.
Sure. Despite my heritage, I'm actually most would say I'm the most in tune with the forest.
I spent a fair amount of time in the forest, but probably not as much as you, by the looks of things. You seem pretty comfortable where you are right now.
I don't care much for the closed spaces of my kin.
Yeah, it was a little when I visited.
Stifle.
Yes, exactly. That's the word I would use. Yeah, and they really like putting things away. Like that was the one thing I took away from my time with the dwarves. I like to hold things up in houses and never look at them again. It's weird.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No freedom.
No freedom.
No freedom.
Well, I'm glad that you're watching my back, even if I can't see you sometimes. I'm sure you're there.
I always am.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you ever need anything, let me know. I like to think of myself as a handy guy. And with that, I sort of.
Are you coming on to me?
No.
I thought you said handy. Oh, excuse me.
Well, maybe it's time that some of these bandits go see some of the wonders of a town every once in a while, I say as I walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He laughs uproariously.
Yeah. I hear they have women in towns. That's weird. I guess I'll go see Figs as well. Because
Figs and Buster are gone.
Okay, so
they've left.
Right. Well, then I would make myself find some hot food. I guess if they have it, they probably don't though.
No, it's all just trail rations right now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Was there any decent loot dropped from the orcs, by the way? I'm sure some stuff would have been picked up.
Only 2 of them died. It's. Oh, actually, let me see. There might be something. One-handed hammer, a hatchet, one-handed shield, kind of leather clothing.
The hammer.
Oh, the bow, obviously, that you from the one that you killed.
Okay, yeah. The hammer. What type of hammer is it? Is it a working hammer, or is it like a?
It's a war hammer, but it's of poor quality.
Okay. Anything like stick out of the ordinary of those weapons?
No.
No.
Not a moment.
I'm not interested in any of them then. I'd maybe take like the hatchet and put it in my belt or something like that. But
okay. Yeah. Sure.
that's about it. I don't think I'll take anything else.
Sure. Figs and Buster come back.
Okay.
Kind of to address the men. And Figs will say, in the morning we set off down the valley. there is a wagon coming from Ragabosh, which is well, he didn't say this, but okay. Yeah, he just says that. From Ragabosh down south, coming up, well, it's heading east, but the ridge above the valley will give us a good vantage point. We've lost one of our archers, so Sirion will be responsible for the distraction from above while we'll all sweep in down through the valley and take out the wagon.
Okay, sounds reasonable. What sort of opposition do you expect to fight?
Says, well, the intel says that it's not heavily guarded.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Okay. Goes and finds his tent.
Yeah.
His pit.
So how many bowmen do we have left? It's like 2, right?
Yeah, one. It will be shooting.
Okay. Does the orc bow get used at all?
It can. Nobody volunteered though.
Interesting. All right. Well, that's that then. I guess we take just camp, I guess.
Yep. Okay. In the movie version, we see the time progressed sky with the clouds moving across it really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
And in the morning, dawn, day 9.
Dawn of the 9th day.
Still snowing.
Yep.
In the keep on the Borderlands, there's a bell that exists on top of the bailiff's tower, and when day breaks, that bell begins to ring loudly, and people begin to come out of their homes and see what's the commotion. Roland and Englar, what do you do?
I come out of my home to see what the commotion is.
Yeah, with everybody else.
How is happening?
I've dressed
Roland.
Hurleyed for combat.
Okay, Roland.
I put the right boot on the left foot. It's a mess.
It's uncomfortable.
Just looks ridiculous.
You know that sound means that somebody's going to get punished.
Oh man, that's not good.
Yeah, since that's the bailiff's bell. And when everybody come out, you see that there is some sort of wooden structure that's almost like a gallows, but not really, more like a stage. It's been wheeled out from somewhere to act as a platform. You see the armored Solomon. Rotund is a generous term.
He's fat.
He's quite large.
Okay. Never trust a fat guy in a fantasy setting.
They're always
Yeah,
evil.
I guess so.
Well, because he's getting bribes in order to pay for the extra food. Like, that's the only way for it to work.
No, that's actually a good point.
Ill-fitting armor, and you see all the townspeople there. Alistair the jeweler, Red. There's the tavern keeper and the innkeeper. Leoland and his acolytes are there too, off to the side. Father Grimbald is conspicuously absent. Maybe not interested. Solomon says, you see that there are Solomons on the stage. Lionheart is there. Captain Sinat is up to the side. With Lieutenant Absalon. There is what appears to be a mercenary of, maybe you've seen offhandedly at one point or the other. It's not an important person, but he is also on the stage. He has been bound.
Oh, so he's the one being punished.
And Solomon says very loudly, "Let it be known that this man, who has a name, Albert, this man Albert, has been found guilty of thieving and is thus sentenced to lose his left hand by the laws of Thunderon and Beechcrest at large. He grabs the mercenary's left arm, puts it over the wooden platform, and proceeds to take out an axe and sever the hand.
The fat guy does it?
Yeah, himself.
Oh, wow. So he's capable of wielding that. He doesn't accidentally take off like the arm, like comically.
No, he appears capable. If I mean, rotund is more an apt description.
All right, noted. He can wield an axe.
The man, yeah, sure. The mercenary Albert screams in, horror and pain and whatnot, and then Solomon kind of pushes him off the platform, and then everybody kind of disperses. Par for the course.
Okay then.
Status quo. The man, Albert, is kind of left to his own devices, it would seem.
Nobody gives him medical aid?
Nope.
Dude's gonna die of infection for stealing.
Maybe.
Huh.
Not Solomon's concern, apparently.
I mean...
Or anybody's. Captain Snat, he disperses as well. Anyway, what do you guys do? What's the plan for today?
Well, I assumed we were doing the raid thing.
So I go find England.
Okay, good. There he is. He's there watching.
Hey.
And I discuss with him about getting his little mercenary friend. So the plan was, the mercenary friend spies on Leland from his spying place.
Yes.
Yep. Up on top of the stables and the window.
Which he helps me and England get to. But not right away, because first we need to figure out a way. We either need to notice a pattern in him using the mirror via our spy, or we need to figure out a way to get him to use the mirror, because we want the entire thing to happen. We want the break-in to happen during the act of using the mirror, because he will have said the words to disenchant the mirror's craziness spell, allowing us to use it and look and see who is on the other end.
Right. Gotcha.
Right.
So, the first thing I'll say to England is to get...
You have your helmet on?
Yeah, I got my helmet on. England!
Yes, Roland?
Come closer.
No, I don't know how the... All right, then.
I press my helmet against his cheek.
Okay.
I don't know what you're trying to do here, but I don't think I like it.
Get your spy to be in position. He has to try and figure out when or why Leland uses his mirror. He needs to report back to us, and don't let him in on the plan. He could be a double agent. Just pay him and focus on when and why he uses the mirror.
I mean, all right.
Snow.
I mean,
in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Snow bubbles sound.
Okay.
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 I'm going to go have lunch.
Rolling about
all right,
faces.
then.
It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Lunchtime.
Goes to go have lunch. That's
I will go. I'll go and try and find boss in the guild house then.
Guild house. There you go. Okay. Oh, there he is, snoring loudly with his mouth open.
God damn it.
Oh, the me. Excellent. Well done. 1 bonus experience point to the GM.
Cool. All right.
Yay. Well, since he's asleep, I guess I'll wake him up in a couple hours.
Okay. You leave. Where do you go? You go have lunch at 7 in the morning?
I'll have breakfast, thank you very much, because I'm not weird.
Okay. Sure. Got it. There you go. Breakfast. The dwarves are there, as always.
I probably... Hey, have you two heard anything again?
Well, let's see. Let's see what the dwarves have heard. That's actually a good idea. Check the rumors. Any rumors lately?
Well, I'm asking them.
I know. It's a big document. I'm scrolling.
Scroll.
And they tell you that the whole tavern's abuzz, or the whole keep is abuzz, apparently, with a meeting that's to take place between Captain Sinat and the Council of Lord Indigo in the Inner Bailey.
Really?
If you recall from last time,
Yeah.
Captain Sinat.
Yep, I know.
Snap.
He.
Yeah.
Oh no!
He wanted me to come with.
Yeah, I don't think he told Engelard yet, though.
I don't think he did. I assume he must have assumed that Roland would tell you, but that's beside the point. It appears that most people. Sorry, go ahead.
Did he say that he also wanted England there?
I think so.
I think he. Oh, okay.
If not, then then yes, he did. How about that?
Okay. All right. That's fine.
So
then I would have. Then I will have had told England with my mouth words.
Anywho, yeah. Apparently, everybody's talking about it. It's going to be bad news. They want to see Captain Sinat gets fired or not.
Well, I hope he doesn't get fired.
And the Burr and Gimak, the dwarves, your dwarven allies, have been kind of offering, rewards and, unsanctioned rewards for finding the Caves of Chaos. Or, in order to, because that's what will save Captain Sinat's job. If people express distaste at Captain Sinat losing his job, they say, finding the Caves of Chaos can stop that.
True. I mean, that's what we've been trying.
Right, exactly. Well, I think it's about time. It's about enough of this sitting around doing nothing game. About 10 days left, almost.
Yeah.
Engelard.
Isn't it 11?
Yeah, we're on day 8 now, man. What's up?
Or 9. We're on day 9.
This is day 9.
No.
Yeah.
Day 9.
I mean, counting today, I think there's like 12 days.
1 day for travel.
It seems like me and Burr here are going to be going out ranging, apparently. One of the guys convinced us. We'll keep an eye out for caves and chaos.
All right. Be
careful. I'm not seeing any caves over there, but it's looking awfully chaotic.
It's chaotic around here. The snow is chaotic. Probably here.
Well, be careful while you're out there. Be ashamed if anything happened to you.
Yeah, you do. Okay. You enjoy your breakfast?
Careful out there.
What?
I'm sorry.
Is that somebody else?
Yes. Friend.
Okay. That's a good place to take a break.
Yes.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes. And we'll be back with hour number 2 of Die Party Blood Juice. Don't go anywhere. I see you.